Hello, Amy White with Worthy Written Words. Today we're in our New Testament in Luke chapter 8 verses 2 and 3. If you already have something on this page, you could also do Luke chapter 24 verses 22 and 23. Now when I have a bunch of stickers that I'm going to be putting on my page, I like to cut them out and align them how I want them to look before I just peel and stick them on. So the first thing I'm doing is I'm using this background for the margin, and I'm going to mark with a pen where I need to cut off the excess on each side, so I can pull it down just a little bit to see where the edge of my margin is and make a little mark. And then I'm going to use a paper cutter and just cut that excess off. Now, I'm not going to peel and stick this on just yet. I'm going to just lay it on top of my margin and kind of get everything situated before I actually apply it to my book. Now I'm going to take these images of the women and I'm going to put them behind the frame that I want them to be behind. I've put them on the sticker sheet where they kind of match, but if you want to switch that up, feel free. So I'm just lining up the image so that it's nice and framed, and then it's sticky on the back, but I'm going to apply 4 3D foam squares, and I'm not going to take off the back side yet so that I can move it around before I actually attach it to the margin. So leave the little pieces still on there without taking them off. I am going to take off this quote sticker and put it in my footer and just try and cover up as much of the footnotes as I can without a lot sticking out. Now I'm going to take one of these twines and I'm going to put it on the back 3D foam square. So I take the top 2 off and then just place the twine so that it's kind of centered in between the 2. And then I'm going to put one of the brads in the middle of the twine at the top, but leave the bottom part of the brad sticking forward. And then we're going to just kind of see with our eyes where the middle of that would be and mark it with our finger at the top. And now I'm using a Cricut weeding tool, all type thing, to poke a hole in there. You can use whatever you have. You could use a pair of scissors. You could just push the brads through if they're sharp enough. But I'm putting the brad through the hole that I just made, and then I'm going to split the brad open on the back side so it is holding the twine in place. And then I'm going to undo the bottom 2 3D foam squares and attach the entire frame to this background. Now I'm going to take the rest of these stickers and just kind of lay them out, going in order of the quote with 3 of the attributes above and 4 below. And when I have it kind of spaced out how I want it, then I'm going to attach this second picture. And you want to leave room so that there is room for it to hang with the twine. If you don't, then you'll run out of space. Again, I'm going to add the brad to the top of the twine, and then I'm going to mark it on my page where I need to put the hole with the awl. Then I'm going to put the brad through the hole and attach it on the other side, just like I did the first one. And then I'm going to take off all of the 3D foam square sticky backings, and I'm going to attach this frame to the backdrop as well. Now I'm going to peel off this back sticker, and I'm using scissors to help me around the brad. I'm just going to leave it behind the brad so that I don't have to worry about it ripping up anything. So I'm just peeling it off and then cutting around the brads, and then I'm going to attach this entire piece to my margin. Now I'm going to start attaching these words, and I'm not going to put them middle of the margin the whole way down. I'm going to kind of off center them, and there's really no rhyme or reason to how I put these. I just put them in different areas. I did put them in order of the quote, but that's about it. And so you can do the same thing, or if you want to put them all in the middle, or if you want to put them all somewhere else, you can do your own thing if you want. But by doing it this way, it makes it so that it's cursive, like a script font, and then regular font, then cursive, then regular, off and on in a pattern. Now, using my black glaze pen from Sakura, I'm going to outline these word labels as well as the quote sticker. This is my favorite pen, and it's been given out in lots of previous sets because I just love it so much. You don't have to use this pen. If you have a Sharpie, that could work. Any sort of black marker will work, or gel pen will work for this situation. Now I'm going to use a blue Mildliner highlighter, and I'm going to highlight verses 2 and 3. Again, any sort of highlighter or marker will work. Just test it first to make sure it doesn't bleed through to the back side of your pages. I'm also highlighting the words in the quote that match the words on the side of my margin. And then I'm going to circle the word certain women just using a regular black gel pen, not the glaze one, just a regular one. Now I'm rearranging the certain women sticker that I had put up at the top because I want it to be lower for my page topper. So if you haven't put it on yet, I am putting it up just right above the words so that there's a nice blank space up at the top. And I actually ripped that W in my hands, but what you can put it back on and you can't even notice. That's one of the nice things with these stickers, is that when it's all said and done, then you can't really see a lot of those little mistakes. And now I'm going to take this raffia bow, and I personally didn't want to leave the black button on. You may want to leave it on, it's a personal choice. So I just took the black button off, and then I'm going to hot glue this to a paper clip. And I do this by putting the hot glue on the little piece of felt that comes in your kit, and then attaching that paper clip to the piece of felt. And you want to have both of the smileys on the opposite end so that it's not upside down. And then I'm going to sandwich that paper clip with the raffia bow, and I'm going to let that dry, and then I'm going to use scissors to sort of trim off anything that's hanging off that I don't want to be sticking out any funny way. And that is going to be the end of this page. Be sure to follow along on YouTube, on Instagram, and on Facebook so you can stay up to date with all of our latest releases and videos and page kits and stickers, and we will see you guys next time. Bye!